Hello friends, welcome to our care. My name is Mani and today in this video we're going to discuss the entire procedure for Germany. So you must be thinking, why Germany? Why Germany? Now it's why Germany I would be explaining in this video. Then I would be explaining what are the requirements. Then if you do not fulfill the requirements, what could be the plan B? And most importantly, I would be explaining you the average score which is required for MBBS in Germany. So I have created certain points which are very important for all the students who wanted to go for MBBS in Germany. Before starting up this video, it is important for you to know that we have been providing this consultancy since 2012. We have our office there in New Delhi and sending almost 100 to 150 students every year, and especially focusing the bachelor students, because bachelor students require a mentorship. When you wanted to go for MBBS in Germany, you need a proper roadmap so that you clear the aufnahme, you clear the entrance paper, and everything could be done according to the requirement of the university. Now, why Germany as an MBBS? The most important part. So Germany as an MBBS, because of course they provide the free education. That's the first reason. The second reason is German education, German requirements are really high, and the university provide a very good education system. And of course you need to know the German language, means the local language. You cannot pursue MBBS from Germany if you do not know the German language, which is A1, A2, B1, B2. So what you need? You need A1, you need A2, you need B1, and you need B2. Once you have all these levels, then only you can apply for German for MBBS. And the most important, why German government has, they need these levels of German language, because they provide you the licensing. So for an example, if you go to Russia, you go to Ukraine, you go to Kazakhstan and many more, you do not get a license to work into that country, though you have cleared your MBBS from there, or you call it as diploma also. In some countries the diploma is provided, but you cannot practice because you don't know the local language. So the German government says, learn the language and then apply. Right? Learn the language and then apply. That is the reason they provide you the free education. So you need to know the German language, and you can just, once you know the German language, you can go and start studying MBBS in Germany. Now, learning of the language, how much time it takes? The most importantly, how much time? On an average, it takes 8 months to 1 year, depending upon student to student, but it will take at least 1 year if some education consultants, some language institutes are saying that it will take 6 months, 4 months, 5 months. It's impossible. You cannot learn A1 till B2 in 5 months, 6 months. It's impossible. During my past history, I have not seen a single student, I would say, a single student learning of the language up till B2 in 6 months. I have received a lot of calls, lot of mails from the students stating that the consultant said that we would be learning in 6 months and it's just a course of 6 months. It's all scam, not possible. You need at least 1 year. If you wanted to pass the Goethe paper, if you wanted to pass the TELC paper, it will take at least 8 to 12 months to learn the German language up till B1 and B2. So this is all about the German language, the prerequisite. Let's talk about the second part, which is how much you should score in your 12th. What should be your scorecard if you wanted to pursue MBBS. So you should score at least above 85% in your 12th. If you have scored above 85% in your 12th, then only you can pursue MBBS from Germany. Why? Because your 12th scorecard and your first year of student colleague, the cumulative score is being calculated, and then with this calculation you can go for your MBBS. So if you scored above 85% and you scored like 70% in student colleague, which is an M student colleague, then only you can pursue your MBBS from Germany. Now the 12th scorecard is very important. The students who have scored less than 85%, it is difficult for them. It is not impossible, but it is difficult for them to pursue MBBS. Let's come to the third point, how you can apply, right? And what is student colleague? So in Germany, after 12th, you have to do 13th year. So this 13th year is known as student colleague. So there are types of student colleague. If you wanted to go for medicine or any course which is related to biology, you have to do M student colleague. Once you are done with the M student colleague, then only you can pursue your MBBS from Germany. So your second year, which is your bachelor's in medicine, you can pursue only once you've done 1 year of your student colleague, which is in the form of M student colleague. Clear? Now the third important point, I would not say the third important point, but the things which you have to keep in mind, the procedure which you have to keep in mind, which is the most important part if you wanted to pursue MBBS, is after your 12th, once you're done with 12th, the first thing which you have to keep in mind is your APS, right? You have to do APS immediately after your 12th score, right? So once you have received APS, then only you can apply for the universities in Germany. We have two intakes, we have summer and we have winter. So we have two intakes, summer and winter. So either you can apply for the summer intake or you can apply for the winter intake. So summer intake is your March intake and the winter intake is your September intake. So you need first APS. Then secondly, you need test AS. So what is test AS? It is an exam which is required to all the bachelor students, whoever wanted to apply for bachelor's in Germany. It could be engineering, it could be medicine, it could be pharmacy, it could be any student. You have to clear test AS. It is a requirement for the visa. It is not the requirement to apply to the university. Clear? It is a requirement for the visa. But why am I saying as a second step? Because the papers are twice, thrice in a year. So it depends, every year the papers are increasing because the number of students are increasing. So you have to calculate this test AS and you have to book the paper at least 2-3 months before. Clear? The third important point after APS, after test AS, is you should start learning the German language. Clear? Because this language will take time. I have the students who have started preparing for their MBS from 10th, from 11th and till 12th they are done with B2. So I have those examples also. And if you have just thought about it, so that's okay, but you have to give at least a year and then you can go for your MBBS. So you know, spending 1 year is not a big task. At least appearing here in India and waiting for the NEET and waiting for other scores. So it's better you start learning the German language. And if it's your dream to appear for the NEET, to appear here in India for the MBBS, then you keep appearing for NEET also. But simultaneously you can work on this project as well. Now the other point is, once you have all these things, right, once you are done with APS, test AS and you're learning the German language, so what happens after B1? Once you have B1, then we apply to the universities on the behalf of B1. There are like 4-5 universities of student colleague where you can apply on the behalf of B1. Then you have 4-5 universities or 6-7 universities where you can apply on the behalf of B2. So once you're done B1, once you are done B2, you have 10 to 12 universities where you can apply on the behalf of these German scores or on the behalf of these German grading. So you get an invitation from the German university. Once you get invitation from the German university, they says, okay, please come to university and appear for the aufnahmeprufung. So what is aufnahmeprufung? It is an entrance paper which you have to clear once you go to Germany, right? So once you clear this aufnahmeprufung, then only you can pursue your student colleague. So I assume if my students have done B2, at least you can clear the aufnahme for B1, right? And if you have done C1, then it is 100% that you're gonna clear the aufnahmes for B1 and B2. And if you're appearing for at least 10 to 15 aufnahmes, then it is sure that you would be that you will clear up the paper. That's not a problem altogether. So the most important point, you have to clear the aufnahmes, right? And we prepare for the aufnahme as well. And if you're done with B2, aufnahme is not so difficult. It consists 80% German and 20% your mathematics and physics. I will be sharing the link of aufnahme in this description, which you can go through what all is required in aufnahme and how you can prepare for the aufnahme. Once you are done with the student colleague, you got an invitation, then you're good to go to apply for the visa. If you have an invitation, then only you can apply for the visa. But you have to calculate that your aufnahme entrance paper date should not be clashed, or you should have sufficient time, at least 30 to 40 days once you apply for the visa. This all calculation we have to keep in mind, you have to keep in mind, and then only you can apply for the MBBS in Germany. So MBBS in Germany, believe me, is not so difficult. It just needs a paperwork, a proper roadmap, and a proper mentor who can just help you to apply for MBBS in Germany. And you're most welcome to contact us if you have any question, if you have any problem while applying to Germany. We would be very happy to help you out. Thank you.